That's not exactly ideal either. But we'll do what we can with this. Mess up. Oh, I did not want you dropping that there. We only have 2 tractors in operation. So it looks like the mower's finished. I think we'll leave that as is right now, and when we move the tedder across, I'll do a manual completion of that field, and then we can start the tedder off. I guess I can run the mower off to the next field, which, as I said, is somewhere in the middle of the map, closer to our yard. Get that started, and we should be done merging by that point. Anyway, so again, the nice thing about, we're using the baler with a small or a medium tractor, our round baler, so we can generally do consecutive rows. This big kit is not as easy to get around adjacent rows, so occasionally you just have to end up doing alternate rows. Okay, windrower is nearly done. Cut across here. Oh, you did not want to drop that there, please. Thank you. Alrighty, jump out there. Push that off to the side. The merger has got to the right end. Without me being too much in the way. Now we're just doing double rows. The baler shouldn't have too much trouble picking up all the stuff. And the dude in the tractor has finished. And the merger is almost finished too. That's fine. So I think as soon as we get to the top end of this, I will go jump in the Massey Ferguson and do some stuff. I didn't cut close to the bottom edge of this field, not to worry. I think we've cut enough grass margins that missing small portions of this field isn't that critical. I think my windrow is bigger than this. Just a thought. And again, this edge not getting the full treatment. So the Merge Max will probably have a similar issue. but I may need to run it sort of 3 times. Do an outside run and then merge the middle on the worker. Anyway. This is another field nearly done. I'm going to check the contract. Tedder. Oh! Okay. That I was not expecting. I think for all of the fields that I've harvested for hay, I have never had a delivery to the biogas plant. The only thing I've seen delivered to the biogas plant is the grass silage bales. And I need to make sure I drink my tea because that's getting a little bit cool. So this Sunday, because it's Christmas Day, we're only having one morning service, which normally we'd have. There's something I was saying to Mrs. Osa that I'm still trying to get used to. Back in England, when Christmas Day was not on a Sunday, we would have a morning service for Christmas. And here in America, our church doesn't do a Christmas Day service, which, as I said, is sort of something I'm not really used to happening. But yeah, this year, because it's Sunday, we're having a morning service, but we're not having all of the other usual Sunday stuff happening. I probably don't want to park there, do I? In fact, I'm not sure where I want to park here, because I'll park right up at this edge. That's probably going to be the best I can do. Turn that off and find the mower. Hey mower dude, where are you? I went past it. That's the mower. Look, there it is. That's what it looks like. Start the engine. Okay, lower the debris. Turn it on. And we get to swing around the edge maybe a couple of times on this field. The bit in front of us looks like we got all the way through, mostly. And then back up a little and see if we can grab that little bit part of that edge there. And okay, that's sufficient. I'll raise the paddles so we can run down to the other end. We'll do a little bit more of the top and then the bit along the left hand edge. Actually, there's quite a lot over there. It is what it is. And this is going to be tricky because of the trees. Across there, mind the Massey Ferguson, and go back, get the tufty bits. Okay, we are good for the rest of it, I think. Cut around the corner here. Again, there may be some bits inside the field to tidy. Oh, there's a tree. Oh, okay. That was unexpected. I'm not sure, but that tree might actually be inside the growing part of the field. I know Cavalier did do some adjustments to trees at the edge of fields, but the problem with grass is it's hard to see where the edge of the field is all the time. Plus, in this situation, it's not actually our field, so we don't get the yield map update or anything else like that. Okay, you are good enough to be called done. How many? I have 3 vehicles turned on. I'm in one of them. Okay. And I need the big map up. So Better Contracts has actually now got a auctions menu. You can adjust the reward, so we could get paid more or less. You can adjust the lease cost, which adjusts if you're borrowing the equipment for a field, whether they charge you more or less. You can change the number of concurrently active contracts. It defaults to 3, so I've raised it a bit. Prints info message to the log if active. Okay, whatever. You can do lazy farmers. If you activate that, you can then say if the NPCs do their other tasks. Now, obviously, that's going to push things into a point where you're doing all the work, or they're allowed to do the work. You can increase the penalty for dropping a contract. You can limit the number of contract equipment or equipment for contracts that you can borrow. So I could have 3 contracts but only borrow equipment for 2 of them. You can set a deadline. You've got to complete all of the contracts by the end of the month. And then you can, like back in Farm Sim 17, every time you did a contract, you could decrease the value of the field when you went to purchase it, which is sometimes a nice thing. Okay, where are we? We are here. We are there. I think we nip through there. Okay, where's the 2 fields I want to go to? 42, 43. That's our yard. That's the grocery store. So we'll nib up there, through there, and then that gives us that field and that field. And these fields are horrible for workers because they are not on a north, south, east, west primary. Okay. So I need to leave this farm, which is probably best going this way. Could possibly get out that way. Oh yeah, this is the north side of those fields. And turn right, and we're on the curve into the store. So we're going to drive this all the way to our farm, and then cut across into the fields opposite. Okay, sorry about that. Getting a brief update from Mrs. Osa, and then we are back to the old grass cutting deal. Okay, I'm going to try and set the worker off. He may pick up a 45-degree angle here. And that's pretty close. So, yeah, he does 90s to 40. Yeah, he does the north, northeast, east sort of points. I tend to keep my workers on north, south, east, west because it's just easier that way. But it's good to know you can do a little bit of sort of midpoint things. Okay, what are we doing? We are finding the tedder. I probably went past it because it was stuck in a tree. Okay, there it is. Hi, dude. Let's get you out of there. What? I'm going to lift the arm up because it may give us a little bit more clearance when it comes to getting too close to hedges. Stick that there and worker on. Okay, we're definitely going to have to go round that field again. Meanwhile, merge on this field's done. What is this field? Where am I? Oh, that's the other small field. So I need to get over onto the big field. We'll get that started again. Actually, you know what? It may just be easier to start at this end and let it work its way across to the bit that it's having a fair challenge with completing satisfactorily, because we know we are going to have to do that far edge a few times. Okay. And I'm going to raise the arms on that too. And off you go, Mr. Worker. So this field, I think, is big enough that we can probably cover most of it. Oh, excuse me. Okay, sorry about that. I am back on the microphone, and oh, we have an awful lot of stuff that's not working at the moment. So I think I will get this finished. It's the Deutz that's running the merge. So I don't expect that to have a problem, at least for a while, because that's a big field. Tedder I expect to have a problem because that's a small field and just a mess. And obviously with the mower, because we're mowing diagonally, or at least diagonally when it comes to map coordinates, kind of figure that's going to have a few issues too. Now, I think the issue I've got at the moment is because the last task of a mowing job is always manual. We're not going to collect anything until everything is done. I know for the silage contracts, one of the silage contracts was round wrapped bales, and so while I used my equipment for baling and wrapping, what I ended up doing was a follow me with the 2 bale collection trailers, one that they'd given us and mine, and then I ended up completing the borrowed equipment contract after I dropped off a bunch of bales. So I didn't do anything. Yeah, I didn't lose anything, but yeah, you're just having issues. But that slowed down the delivery.